What moment in your life is so embarrassing you'll never live it down? When my daughter was about 3 years old, instead of teaching her the word look, I taught her the word behold. So from that day on, anytime she wanted to show me something, she'd tug on my arm and say, "Daddy, Daddy, behold." My wife and I thought it was hilarious and completely harmless, until it wasn't. A few weeks later, my daughter and I were at the grocery store. I was picking out some apples when she tugged on my arm and said, "Daddy, Daddy, behold the vegetable." Then she pointed toward a man in a wheelchair about 20 feet away. My jaw dropped. And even though I knew I absolutely shouldn't laugh, I couldn't help it. Hearing my tiny 4-year-old say that phrase in such a serious tone sent me into full-on laughter. Unfortunately, the man turned and saw me laughing uncontrollably, while my daughter was pointing directly at him. He gave me a nasty look and wheeled away, and in that moment, I felt like the worst person on earth. I turned to my daughter, who looked completely confused, and I told her, "Sweetie, you can't point at people with disabilities or call them that." She blinked and asked, "What's a disabled person?" "Don't play dumb with me, Missy," I said, a little flustered. But she just looked at me and said, totally serious, "No, Daddy. I'm serious." I was caught off guard. "A person in a wheelchair is called a disabled person," I explained, "and you should never use the word vegetable to describe them, okay?" She nodded and said, "Okay, Daddy, but I didn't mean behold the disabled person. I meant behold the vegetables." Then she pointed back to where she'd originally gestured, except now that the man was gone, I could clearly see she had been pointing at the produce section the whole time. Yeah. I've never lived that one down.